Hi, I'm Gina from Jules Smith. I have a similar story to other ladies up on this panel. I was a fashion editor actually right when I got out of college. This was before anyone was even like going on the internet. But I worked for a woman who kind of started the coupon business where like you go, she had an email list, she sent you a coupon, you printed the coupon out and went to the store, and it was just local, and she was kind of way ahead of her time. Her company was bought by beauty.com actually, a few years later. My husband and I had to relocate to the Caribbean, and I couldn't work, there was nothing to do. The Wi-Fi didn't work, it was like dial-up. But it was a really dynamic jewelry. I lived in St. Thomas, and it was a dynamic jewelry island. All the cruise ships went there, tons of jewelers lived there. So I kind of just started cruising around downtown, met some jewelers, kind of figured out what I was doing, built a studio in my basement, started hammering jewelry. One of the bracelets I hammered ended up on Rihanna on the cover of GQ. Things started kind of going from there, and I met with Cassidy at a coffee shop in New York, and she picked up the line for Shop Bop, and that sent us on. And now fast forward a few years later, same thing, we're in Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's, Saks, Barney's. It all started with Cassidy at Shop Bop.
Yay! Yay, Cassidy.
Go Cassidy.
Yes, there's been many times when I wanted to give up. You know, the fashion industry is hard. Things have, things change all the time. You go, boutiques were the rage at one point, there's ebbs and flows, and you kind of have to adapt as a human being. I'm a mother first, an entrepreneur, so I have my family and those types of things to think about, and things change there too, so you're always getting bombarded with, information and changes. And when your work is so relatively volatile, our industry, things change fast, you have to be ahead of the trends, not only as far as like your business foresight, but your designs too, so there's a lot of pressure. With me, I'm the owner of the company, but I'm also the creative. So not only do I have to understand what's happening in the industry with business trends and market trends, I have to understand what's happening on the creative side, design trends. So yes, I thought about giving up a lot, but ultimately I think all of us sitting up here are sitting here because we love what we do. We're creative people, we love designing, we love making, for me, one of my huge philosophies of my company is like beautification and making women feel beautiful. And you can be beautiful on the inside and the outside, we just help with the outside part. And we hope that the confidence that you get from wearing our jewelry makes you feel beautiful on the inside. So ultimately, I go back to that, in that, although I work in this superficial industry, I am doing something good for people by making them feel good about themselves. I would say when we discovered social media, which we were also like a little bit late to the game, it pretty much changed our business. We were able to cut a lot of overhead that we were outsourcing from agencies and things like that because we could control our own public relations destiny. We rely on Instagram. 90% of my web traffic or web sales come from Instagram. We rely on it heavily for our direct-to-consumer portion of our business, which is a growing portion, and it's growing every day because we've kind of figured out the formula for Instagram. We send to bloggers, we send to influencers. I was telling Cassidy earlier, like the micro-influencer portion of our business is a huge undertaking. We have a person who basically just does that full-time. All we do is send product to micro-influencers. We don't pay anybody, but we do give them product. Most of them come to us saying, I'll wear this. We just are starting to roll out our own affiliate program where we give them a discount code and they post it, or whether or not they want to do that, we just kind of offer that to them. We advertise on Facebook. We've kind of missed the Facebook wave. We never really did that. We post press and more editorial and those types of things on Facebook, but the organic nature of Instagram is amazing. It really allows, you're constantly evolving as a brand. You have to keep up with the industry, and Instagram really gives you a voice to do that. And I feel like establishing a brand identity and a brand voice, I've always struggled with because I'm always trying to like change for all these different people that are asking me to do different things. Whereas Instagram has allowed me to really like focus on my identity and get my identity out there, and people really know who we are as a brand. And I think that's the reason we've been growing so quickly over the past year or so since we even started Instagram, is that people feel like they can connect with us. You know, they hear me, like you said, they hear me talking, they see my kids, they see my husband, they see our office. You know, it's really a huge part of our business strategy going forward, Instagram.
So would all 4 designers agree that Instagram is your biggest
By far.
digital media channel to distribute your products?
Yeah.
Okay.
And IGTV now is giving me kind of a stroke
Oh,
because
yeah.
I feel like I have to like do this.
Right.
That's like
video
one more
thing.
thing. Let's just add it to
Same.
the list. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no.
But I think IGTV is going to be big.
Yeah.
That's like my.
Yes.
And I think
Yeah, like I have one in particular who we've worked with her a lot, and she'll be wearing like a huge statement necklace, and she just won't tag me in it.
Yeah.
Why?
You know what we do
Why
when it
not?
happens? It's so annoying.
Like, does it want to throw me
You
a
know what's
tag?
so-
Yeah.
But it's sometimes that's my problem with influencers too. Is like
Yeah.
we're so generous. We give them so much. So many of them are so amazing, but it just has turned into this thing a little bit
Yeah.
where
It's
there's this
yeah.
expectation that, you know, well, I'm going to Mexico and I'm bringing like a bunch of different brands, and do you want to participate? And then you're like, yes, I'll totally participate. I'll send you all the jewelry. Well, it's also going to be $4,000. And well, that's why we've gone to
Yeah,
micro
I agree.
influencers, because they are genuine and they really most of them reach out to us. You know, they have 50,000 or less followers, or we have some a little bit more than that, but they reach out to us like, I love Jules Smith. I want your jewelry. I'll wear it. I'll tag it. I'll share it with my friends. And so we don't really deal with the big influencers unless they ask us.
We
We
had
don't do any outreach to big people.
one of the Kardashians.
Well, most of our micro influencers, either they reach out to us, and I mean, there is a review process. We definitely look through their feed,
Right.
see like it's engagements, a lot of it. You know, if they have 20,000 followers, but they get 7,000. I mean, there's people that micros, they have crazy engagement levels. It's kind of insane. Sometimes like more than 50% of their people are actually liking their pictures. I'm like, how are they even seeing this? And they have you know if it's fake likes or not, because they have hundreds of comments.
exactly.
So that's a big thing for us, engagement. A lot of times it's just like sincerity in the approach, just how they are when they come to us.
Yeah.
We have micros that we work with over and over and over again because they're so great, and they drive a lot of our organic traffic. We do outreach, like if we have a girl that her title is follow unfollow, and all she does, she's like, we call her follow unfollow. It's kind of a joke, but she just literally goes back and forth, following and unfollowing, figuring out like this person's right, this person's right, this person's wrong, this person, you know, and through that we get micros, and then we also reach out to people for brand collaborations, which we do a lot on Instagram as well.
So, and Gina?
Well, it kind of takes this whole conversation like full circle, because we're always looking for the next thing, like us sitting up here, like trying to figure out like how to stay ahead of it, you know? We all get Instagram, we all, you know, and when Cassidy reached out, and it was the same thing, like I was like, yeah, anything from Cassidy, whatever, yes, yes, yes. But when I actually read the deck, which like confessing it, like it was like a few days later, I was like, wait, what am I actually doing here? I was like, this is so cool and so innovative, and it's an amazing way, you know, we're all working day and night to connect with influencers and connect with our consumer, and to kind of like have a platform where you guys are kind of doing it for us is really cool. Another touch point with influencers is always like, you know, in my book, bring it on. But then today I also have to say the technology is crazy and really, really cool, and I can't wait to have that on my phone.
Thank you.
I can't wait to Snapchat that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.